This is 911 Season 6, Episode 7, titled Curse. Do you believe in curses? Let's talk about it.
Live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings, I'm a big fight.
I'm gonna be 100%. This episode was pretty fun, in my opinion, and I thoroughly enjoyed it because I've said it on multiple occasions. 911 Season 6 is doing things just a little bit differently, whether they got new writers or they decided to change things up in general. I don't know, but I am loving it because Season 6 is being a little bit more lighthearted than compared to the seasons prior, and the fact that they decided to change things up, it's not a bad thing because we see each individual episode is something different. And yet again, this episode is no different from that. And I'm not mad because this was titled Curse. And like the entire episode was like basically a running gag. And I'm not mad at that because we got to focus on one character named Felisa. And over the course of the entire episode, we see her being in multiple different cases where she needed fire and rescue. And I feel like them taking this and making it a joke but keeping it real at the same time, because like these were very real scenarios that could possibly happen, you know, a chandelier falling, you know, or, you know, having an incident at a spa or something like that. These are real life incidents that could possibly happen, but they kept it, you know, jokey, and I'm not mad at that because most of the time 911 is, you know, it's a drama, you know, we have sprinkles of comedy, but this episode would have you laughing the entire time. And the overall case of the episode was revolving around Felisa, which is an actress that bought a bracelet from some kind of shady site, and it's supposedly from Pompeii, but she's trying to, you know, kind of counteract the curses that she feels is on her life. In every case, Eddie WK, this can't be the same chick. It's the same chick. But we see that, you know, she's worried that her life is being attacked and cursed, so her assistant brought this bracelet, but we also learned that her assistant is scamming her, which also kind of had a relation to Eddie in his past about his abuela being scammed by some con artists and everything. So we see how it kind of parallels with our main cast, especially with Eddie for sure, and how everybody's taking this as a joke, but like Chim and Hien are so serious about it. You guys have to believe this curse, it's so real. But it wasn't a bad episode. We get to see Eddie kind of getting closer with Felisa because he kind of understand where she's coming from, because he knows, because his abuela was scammed. And even after he told Felisa, she really didn't care because she was just happy that her assistant was there for her. And like I said, like they changed it a little bit because, you know, the whole comedy aspect, and it was lighthearted, but they keep so much of the original stuff, you know, like it's grounded and like how you really feel what's going on with the characters and the people in the cases sometimes. Like this episode changed things, but it also kept a lot of it the same. And I feel like that's the goal of Season 6, just to keep it just a little bit lighthearted. And we see that Buck is still going on for his friend. You know, he's still going to give the donation. And I'm not mad at Buck, but I feel like he can start to see that like it was weighing on him a little bit different this episode, in my opinion, because like they came up to him, and every time he tried to schedule an appointment, the appointment never worked. And, you know, he's sacrificing and changing his life at the same time. So I don't know how it's going to play out, and I think it's a good thing that he's doing it, but I feel like it's going to backfire in the end. I don't know. I'm hoping that's not the case, but I feel like it may backfire in the end. It was just nice to see everybody this episode, and I feel like this was a reprieve, you know, because we had been dealing with, you know, Hien almost being a doctor and everything. So this was her comeback episode, and we finally got to see Hien back on the 118, which was great, and I'm not mad at that. And like I said, it was a lighthearted episode. It was fun. And I feel like that's the whole purpose of Season 6, because every episode has been something completely different, and certain things kind of follow suit in the stated course, you know, like how Buck, you know, being a sperm donor for his friends, you know, that's kind of been there in every episode that, you know, it was relevant to. And I'm not mad at that. We saw a glimpse of Maddie this episode, so they're still kind of including everybody, but it was just such a lighthearted, fun, and enjoyable episode, and it kind of takes away from all of the seriousness that we constantly deal with 911 and Lone Star. And this was a nice change of pace along with some of the other episodes that we've watched thus far in this season, and I'm not mad at it. This is Woodick Incredible. Don't forget to smash the like button so you can't smash any more. Comment down below, and I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of them, and subscribe. Peace out.
I cannot complain because today, I'm doing my thing.